The Giancore Project.
Will Rita ever stop crying and get to the point? Will Aunt get a chance to speak? Will Jonesy have the strength to do a funny impression again? And will Chad reveal his true love of Excel spreadsheets and stop being painfully boring? Find out this and more on the next Giancore Project.
And now, episode 14 of the Giancore Project.
What's up, people? Hotep Jesus. We back with another episode of the Giancore Project. Welcome back to our repeat viewers. For the people who are new, you are getting to witness our Monday meetings for this project we call the Giancore Project, which will be a blog covering mental health, culture, finance, and business. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful blog project launching very, very soon. We have some great announcements tonight. One of the announcements is a winner of our contest, so we'll be getting into that. But again, just to reiterate, you basically get to witness our Monday meeting. And this is a window into us. Shout out to everybody who was here last week. I think you're going to love this episode. If you saw the intro, it's fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. They put together that intro. I love it. But anyway, if you were here last week, that was between us. I think we had a great moment. Everybody here, like, we had a great, memorable moment. And only we know about that, right? It's just a beautiful thing. It's like we're family now. This week, who's gonna captain this week? Who's captaining this week? You going Rita's captaining. She's the captain. Done. Don't make that face. Rita looking sexy tonight too. Hey Rita, you got a tan?
I got a little bit of a tan. Yes, it was about 75 degrees yesterday, and I went out into the garden, and it was very beautiful. So
you know, I love my white women with a little bit of color.
I'm not going to reverse that. Oh, well, man. See, now I've got some color. There you go.
There you go. You got some sun yesterday, which I went to the beach. You was out there taking some IG pics.
Yeah, that's
a little something for the stories.
No. So yes, no sun for the IG. Stop it.
Oh shit.
So
starting off early.
So very innocently, I was in the backyard. It's about 75 degrees. And I thought, I need to be quiet and still for a bit. And a nice lawn chair and the sun. And I sat in it and just kind of, the warmth of the sun, it was just beautiful. So, and just spent 10, 15 minutes. And then I think I fell asleep because I woke up and I had a little color. But I tan rather nicely.
Gym tan laundry, huh?
What?
Gym tan laundry, huh? It's like Jersey Shore. So the cabs are here.
Yeah.
I'm jealous because
I didn't want
this goddamn snow.
Right. And and it's, so 75 degrees, it's amazing. It's been really cold here, about 69, 70 degrees, which is cold for us.
She said it's been really cold, 69, 70. Y'all up there in the
Give me a fucking break. It's been really
right?
cold. It's like 80 degrees.
We're freezing our asses off over here.
This is why nobody in America takes Californians seriously. That exact statement right
Well,
there.
it's not a bad thing. So
Rita,
all
you got some
right?
Sicilian in your blood?
No. Mm-mm.
Your ancestors was creeping with some Africans.
Right. Some little Carthage action going on here.
A girl can dream. That's all I'm saying. So
No.
Can we get
on the live stream right now? It says Uncle Hotep under Rita's name.
Are you serious?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Don't. Who put it there? Who put it there? Ant, was it you?
That reminds me of that time. Remember that time, Brian, when you asked me to go on with you to like test something on Periscope or somewhere, and like I can't. Or no, you were doing.
You came.
You were trying a new software, and I came on there, and they were like, "Damn, Unc got bleached." Oh, shit.
That's when I first got OBS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My bad, Rita. Go ahead. What are you about to say? With your...
I was trying to steer this back towards the seriousness of this gathering. That's what I was trying to do.
I sexual chocolate.
Jonesy, help me, Jonesy.
I got you. Well, we had a very, very eventful week after the waterworks and fireworks we had last week. There was no cheesecake being walked for. There was none of that going on, but there was a lot of production. We got our YouTube channel off the ground, up and running. You know what I mean? Got a lot of content on there. Chad got the convert kit clicking. He's sending out emails left and right. We're seeing who's staying with us, who's not. Rita and I are podcasting like mad. And we're writing content, man. We had a come to Jesus moment last week, man, and it was a beautiful thing. And, we are off and rolling, man.
Really?
Unbelievable. The synergy I've been feeling this week, it gave me a tingle in my plums.
I love it. What is it that's happening that you feel like is it moving? Is it the Airtable that's making things move? Is it?
It's definitely Airtable, because at first when Chad sent me the thing for Airtable, I was like, yo, I don't like this. This thing fucking sucks, right?
Uh-huh.
But then, I said, let me really sit down with it. And it's just better because you can see what your task is. You can see what's done. We don't have to have a bunch of erroneous text messages. We don't have to, keep communicating like over nonsense. We know what's been done. We can see what's been uploaded. I can upload when I did some of the thumbs, I just uploaded a picture of one of the thumbs to Chad, sent it. You know what I mean? It just makes everything seamless. So it was a great program to use.
Awesome.
Plus Chad's really good at reminding us, and in the beginning to say, you guys got some tasks, or when you were, and I think that's for me, getting in the habit of going to it. So that's Chad set it up, did a beautiful, beautiful job. And then, so I just want to say that. Thank you, Chad.
If you say so. I'm still getting there.
No, but so Chad, why don't you talk about that though? So for people who really don't use Airtable, it was difficult for me and Jonesy kind of, like getting used to, or just looking at it like one more device, but talk about it.
Yeah, well, it was definitely easier for me to set it up on a computer, in the software that way, like on the website. But then like once you get it done, once you get it kind of set up and the framework is there, then using it through like a mobile app, it becomes a lot more convenient. And then it's really easy to like add a new task or something like that. But like setting up the whole table, the format and everything is way easier on the computer, on the website.
Yeah.
I think. Absolutely. And that was like when we did on the Mogul Summit 2 weeks ago, when you pulled it up on the computer and you started doing it that way, I was like, yeah, I probably need to do that, because I was sitting there trying to set the shit up on my phone. And I was like, this is bullshit.
Nah.
Like, this is terrible.
It was whack on the phone.
I couldn't even find. I was like, I don't know how to find Jonesy, but there's Karen and Gail and Chris, and they don't even exist. Like, there's all these like dummy names in there and everything for like your sample templates and shit. Yeah. And I was like, dude, there were a couple of times where I just about threw something, and I was like, fuck Airtable. We're not using Airtable. We're just going to keep texting each other and using Slack. That's it. God damn it. And then like at one point, like I think it was after Monday, I was like, you know what? I'm not showing up at the Mogul Summit on Saturday or on Monday night without having figured fucking Airtable out, because Brian already thinks I'm a boomer. I'm going to figure this shit out, damn it. So I went ahead and crushed it. So
yeah, it's definitely a whole different experience on desktop. Mobile, I use it as, just to update or to, if I forget something, like, wait, what did that idea I had? And I go and I look at it. But usually Airtable is always desktop for me, because you just can't whip around like you can on desktop. Desktop just affords you more mobility and flexibility. But yeah, that's dope. So what we get done this week? You said we got blogs and content. Let's get more specific. Tell me, update me. What content did y'all create?
Well, I did like 3 podcast interviews. I did a interview with a rapper named Cookbook. He was the former Christian rapper. We got that uploaded. I did a interview with Saul G from Libre TV.
Right, that's fam.
You know what I'm saying? That's fam right there. Rita did one also with Saul. That's up there. That's going to be uploaded. Chad had a bunch of contributors email him back. We have like, Chad, how many contributors we had?
15 right now that we have total. Yeah.
And
emailed
Chad,
you back?
Right.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, and Chad's right, the comms director. Tell him what you're doing. He separated out the list on ConvertKit.
Yeah, so there's so like ConvertKit's cool. Like, so what I did, I set up this. I don't know, I didn't know, this is not my my forte, but I was like, let me give this like email copy thing a try. So I wrote this email and I basically like I don't know, I guilted people into not wanting to click the no button. So the no button says no, I'll just watch you guys make history. So it says like, are you ready to make history? Yes. And so anyway, but seriously, I got some people. So we sent another email out to those 15 folks.
What happens if they click no?
If they click no, then
it goes into a different.
It goes in. Yeah. It just like
it would just remove them from that list.
Well, it just doesn't put them in the list of like people who said yes. Okay. So the people who said yes are in the contributors category, and so there's 15 folks there. Well, 16 if you include Rita. But Rita's already already in there.
Yeah,
so
she's gang.
Wait, did you read the email I sent today?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. That was very.
That was my contribution.
So yeah. So
what email was that?
So I sent another email out today to that list. Of just
Rita's email. I'm cutting you off, Chad. Sorry, Rita. What email did you send?
Because I'm on the list and I clicked it, so I sent in because his email to the contributors was, "What's your expertise?"
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote.
Oh, you responded to the email.
Yes. I said, my.
Yeah, go ahead and read your response.
Dear Mr. Lemoyne, my area of expertise is crying on camera, messing up computer programs, and not being succinct. When can I start?
So I put it in a different list.
I have not gotten a response yet. So just
I didn't. So like emails like that, I don't respond to. I just put them in a different category. That's like a holding cell where like
great, I'm going to jail.
keep them away from the explosives and all anything that could like bullshit. No, I'm just joking. No, but it's so we're in the process of. So I sent that email out that was basically like, okay, who's a writing content contributor and who has other things that they're willing to do that isn't on the writing team. So that way I can kind of separate out my writing team from the rest of the folks, and then I can send the other folks who have other talents that they want to contribute to their appropriate departments, so to speak.
Right.
The other thing that we're creating for the written blog, Jonesy and I are taking the transcripts of the interviews and turning them into little vignettes. It's like a short talk with, DJ Chris Black, just another option for people who come to the blog to want to read versus watch the video. So we're utilizing all that written content and breaking it apart, making it look like magazine. Magazine, you see the bold question and then you see the answer. So because there's some really great answers from all these conversations that we're having.
And we did the templates too. We did the templates too for the thumbnails for YouTube. Right. I forgot about that. And
did we do them based upon, because we got the YouTube guy in the Mogul Summit. Did we I didn't based upon his specification? Okay.
I couldn't, man. I don't have enough,
Canvas savvy.
I'm definitely Canvas savvy enough. The thing is that like, yo, dude, when I'm looking at like the websites he's looking at or the pictures, like say for instance, the example he gave us, the one he works on, Fresh and Fit, they got a huge budget.
Right.
We in the red, baby. We don't have that kind of camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, for us,
so wait, what template are you talking about? You're talking about the template while you're recording?
No. The one for the thumbs, for the thumbnails, because like, yo.
Well,
like
what I was saying was to revamp them based upon his specifications.
Yeah, like, see, the thing is, when we use videos from, like, when he uses the videos, he'll have a video of them like making a pose, like, you know what I'm saying? And they got like a dope ass camera. The individual
is in high def, so when you put them in the thumbnail, well, really, what I'm talking about is aside from the individual, the bold text.
Yeah,
like that was my big thing with him, was taking whatever the subject was, like, you know, hoes with fat asses would be the big.
You know, I want to put that in bold.
God, you just put that in bold, right? The big bold text, and then the person's picture could be off to the side, and that's arbitrary compared to the big bold text, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The next videos that we put up, I was just playing around with it a little bit because I needed to look not cluttered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I would completely destroy any text outside of whatever the subject is. Even if it's the person's name, that should be the only text.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to work on some of that this week.
Yeah, I'm redoing all my thumbnails over. Yeah.
And, so should I put on all of the more like fat asses?
Yes.
Thank you.
We need to click
on every one of them. Rita, your new podcast name is.
Well, that'll be interesting. Okay, so the question is, how do we have a visual brand, right? So do we care about that on YouTube? So if someone says, "Oh, I recognize that as Hotep Jesus," "Oh, I recognize that as Wasted Talent podcast." So if you're just taking the picture of the guest and putting those 3 to 4 words, how are they going to connect? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's about like when we think about Fresh and Fit, each thumbnail might be unique, but it's all the same color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, so to speak, template, but it's still the same branding, same style every time out, same font, same colors. You know, it's still a template in used to using the term.
Hoes with fat asses, red, white, and blue, episode 3.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Booty Talk 45.
See, man, you going a little too far right now, bro. They don't know nothing about booty talk, bro. You'll be bringing that back.
Yo, remember Booty Talk, yo?
Yo, so they don't know nothing about that, kid.
Yeah, that's some black culture. This chat, like,
you don't know about that booty talk.
I told my kids to watch this episode. Damn it!
Oh, no, damn! Did you? All right, let's clean it up.
Not.
Hey, kids, how are you? This is not how adults are supposed to act.
Oh my god.
But no, I just think it's the branding of it, right? Coming out the gate with the same color scheme.
Right.
It's really helpful. Coming out the gate with the same font size. That is what's gonna help brand. Like, you know, Hotep, my channel is the same, you know, orange and black, right?
But it says Hotep Jesus on it. Doesn't it?
Where?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't. It just says the guest's name, right? With the black line through it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And going based upon Thomas's suggestions, I'm revamping all of them because I have way too much sex. He's totally right.
Yeah, he's right. That was my mission for this week, to mess around with it. Because at first I was like, I don't know, man. You know, we don't have the kind of, because I'm taking it in the literal sense because they got like such a great camera and stuff like that. So like, say for instance, it's the titty episode, right? Sorry, Chad's kids. Listen, right? So
they're not watching. I was just joking, dude.
I know that. I know a little comedic time in Chad, but so it's but like, say for instance, it's the titty episode, and then one of the guys from Fresh and Fit are like, and it's the titty right there.
Yeah.
They have a nice, clear ass picture of them. And then in the middle, it'll be like
a photographer who does.
Could we maybe change it to be a little bit more business-like, Jonesy?
All right. So
that was my fault. That was my fault. I got into
listen, once I go into the swamp,
it's
I don't come
National
back
Women's
out.
Day. I mean, it goes along with the theme.
That's right. You're right.
So say for instance, we have a baker on Rita's show, right? So fluffy ass
somebody
muffins.
Squirting cream in the baker's
Yo.
Oh God.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Not the cream.
This is the same crack team that put together the hand sanitizer cam for NBA games, by the way.
Oh my God,
Oh.
man.
Oh, geez.
The Fresh and Fit podcast.
Okay.
Look what you've done to us, Fresh and Fit.
My bad. You said, all right, so you're the baker.
Blame
Yeah, go
Thomas.
ahead.
But if you a baker, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll just put up time to make the muffins in bold
Yes.
text, and it'll be it'll be the person there holding the muffin or some shit like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Had him
Absolutely.
like this.
Yeah.
Matt said this episode is going to get deleted too.
Not by us, though.
Not by us.
Yo.
YouTube's gonna zap this one.
We don't want this to be deplatformed. We're sorry, YouTube. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Nah, I think if we toy around with it though a little bit, like, you know, we'll be able to come up with some pretty good thumbnails based on his advice. I don't think it's going to be too hard. We just rewatch the episode and, you know, pick apart, like, we'll be able to come up with a good 3-4 words, catch somebody's attention. You got to be a little bit clickbaity, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I do think one of my episodes, it'll be like, go fuck yourself. That's it, right? No, I'm kidding.
It'll work.
But it is.
You're not.
But somebody would click on that compared to interview number 3. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and it's a great example, right?
To do that.
But if you're looking to think about it, looking for, you know, how to do Pinterest, I'll keep scrolling and scrolling until I identify with whatever I'm looking at. I don't read the bottom, so it's a really good point. Is that it's like, oh, that person looks smart, or the words are saying what I want to learn. So,
like with Brian's interview with Joe Rogan, right? It doesn't say, you know, interview with Brian Sharp. Like the click is, we're Africans in America before white people.
Exactly.
That gets your attention.
Yeah.
If it was said interview with Hotep Jesus, Hotep Jesus is interesting, but it's just like there's a big difference between the two, you know?
Right.
That's clickbaity.
Yeah, I got it though, man. I was just hurt because I spent a lot of time on them thumbs and they looked kind of bomb. And he just looked at it and was like, yeah, no, go fuck yourself. I'm like, God damn it. I didn't have enough time to really like say anything because I was like at work and shit. I'm like, oh man, God damn it. I thought I had the bomb ass thumbnail, but it's okay though.
I thought they were
Close
good.
the door.
No, I will have to say, I think they're really good, but they're good aesthetically, but to catch people's attention.
Yeah,
Right?
we got it. Because look,
yeah.
I have a gift in the visual sense.
Right.
I will sit down with this and give it the Jonesy feng shui. Because somebody
I like
play
your
sprinkle
colors,
sound
though.
for me.
I like your colors because you really don't want to use colors that YouTube uses. Yeah, you know, you want to stay away from the red, whites, and blacks. And so, you know, you guys are like using, I think, like that purple color or whatever. So you're already on the right track.
Yeah, but I'm happy though. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to keep it consistent. You know what I mean? Shout out to Natasha, Kayleen, you know. We're going to try to keep it consistent and make it look real uniform and nice. And, you know, when we finally get a budget for the Giancore thing, you know what I mean? Then we can have that fresh and fit feel. Don't
we got Trash? Trash could hook us up with maybe let him take a shot at, you know, a thumbnail template.
Oh, he has. He created the one for the violet one, the purple one.
Oh, okay.
That's his. Yeah.
All right. So we just need to reduce the amount of words and okay. All right. Awesome. Beautiful.
Well,
shout out to my sexual chocolate. He like a Hershey kiss from the nose down.
Oh my God.
Stop it.
Halima, $10 in Canadian money. That's worth about how much? How much is that worth? Like $2?
That's Thank one you, Spanish
Halima.
lira.
Shout out to Halima, she's family. Appreciate you. Shout out to the mods. Ebony's in the building. Mass, Sketch Therapy. Appreciate y'all. Natasha Kayleen as well. All right, so we talked YouTube thumbnails. Was there anything else you wanted just to cover on the YouTube front?
No, we pretty much got it all smoothed out. We have all the descriptions up there. We have a lot of content. We got stuff loaded to come up on a schedule. Rita did a little research into what days it was best to release things. We have interviews in the bag. We have one schedule. We got it clicking.
I'm gonna post
Send
the
out
link
the
in the
email
chat
today.
now. The email for what?
To direct people to the YouTube channel.
All right, cool. I just did that in the chat. I'm sorry. Everybody in the chat, go subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Come right back. Channel looks good. I see you got the Chrissy Mayer up there. I'll be talking to Chrissy Mayer tomorrow night. She's making her rounds. I've been pushing her back since like mad long, so I finally get a chance to talk to her. But yeah, you guys got content thrown up on here. This is good stuff. All right. Chad, contributors. I know you emailed the contributors. Out of those 15, how many are active? And when I say active, I mean have contributed, wrote, and submitted.
Have submitted actual articles?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've gotten writing samples and other correspondence that is like promising that sort of thing from like 4 or 5. One that's like I really like his stuff. The other guys have seen it too. A guy by the name of Jeremy.
Okay.
So he's, but it's right now we're trying to gauge how frequent. First I want to get like writing samples so I can see what we're looking at from what they've past work. Because I want their first thing that they write to be like something that we put in.
So
yep. Go ahead.
So what I'm thinking is we want to find a cadence, and we want to find a cadence that is manageable. I would say start off with something very small, like once a week. So they have a whole week starting from Saturday to get something in by the following Friday. Okay. And then I would stagger it so that, okay, your deadline's Monday and your day is Tuesday and your day is Wednesday. So we have, 3 contributors or 2 or 3 contributors that contribute on Mondays, Tuesdays, so that every day there's something flowing out.
Okay.
So that's how I would manage that. I would push them to a deadline. Hey guys, Block's about to launch. We need your submissions in by next Monday. Your first submission, you have a week to work on it. There should be more than enough time. 800 words plus. Done and done. Extra points if you have photos to break up the monotony of your text.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
And so we can get that stuff in. If we hit all 15, that would be amazing. Then we'd have a lot of content for people to consume when we launched. What else on that front? Anything else on that front? I know I cut you off, Chad.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, so we sent out the email where we got the hits for who was going to be classified into that contributors section. And then today I sent the email out this morning to basically ping that group. Okay, who's going to write and then who's going to do other stuff. So we in that group is also Ryan and Alex, who are already like contributing in their own ways with the website stuff and Ryan,
that?
Trash Can Conductor, and then Alex, our
gang.
Okay. Yeah. So really,
when
that
you said
puts
Alex, I'm thinking about Alex and Mobile Summit and Ryan. Ryan who?
No.
Yeah.
So really 13 potential writers, and of those, like I think it's 4 or 5. I want to make sure I'm not crossing names, but anyway, at least 4 or 5 who have actually actively responded with a desire to write, and a couple of them with written samples already submitted, not for our blog, but stuff that they've already written. So we've gotten to look at their work. So and they qualify.
Cool beans.
So I'm waiting to find out, over the next day or two, the responses to like some of the questions that I asked about,
right.
What can you do? What's your area that you want to write in, and how frequently can you do it? Like a sort of a frequency that I can expect. So that's where we are with that.
Wonderful. Fucking amazing. Rita, what's up?
So I want to give since you mentioned Alex and Ryan, I want to give a special shout out of gratitude, because behind the scenes, they're working like crazy. So Ryan's working our EPKs. He's also doing our thumbnails, helping us with our video formats. Well, he did my thumbnail, but Jonesy's done the rest. It's been super available. And then, of course, because I talk to both of them, communicate with both of them, they have to deal with my computer issues. But Ryan, superstar, amazing, trash can conductor. Look him up online, trashcanconductor.com. Just amazingly talented person and has been so gracious and helpful. And then Alex, who is our computer guy, and just a special shout out because Alex is working, big picture stuff like behind the scenes as we grow. And I don't know all the language, as you guys know, but Alex recommended that we get a GitHub account so we can start, storing in the repository. And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. Then yesterday he looked me up and said, did you do it? I said, no, but I'll do it now. So I did it. Then he had to get on to say, okay. And then he took a long time with me. Then I had to delete the account and then re-enter it. So what would take Alex probably 5 seconds to create this account, he walked me through lots of screenshots and lots of
Rita, you had one rule. Don't touch the technology. And you broke it.
So I will say, but the big win here, and you guys can laugh, I did it and I did it correctly. I know, but I did it. I had to delete. Come on, the rule is I delete the first one and then the next one works. Right? But we have a GitHub, we have our repository, but a super special shout out, of course, to Ryan, but then to Alex for having the patience to deal with me through that, because you guys know what it's like to deal with me and the computer. So I just wanted to show a little gratitude and thank them.
Wonderful. Anybody watching that would like to contribute to this amazing blog that's going to change the world, email Jianchor.blog@gmail.com. Or, wait, don't do the second method.
Yeah.
Is there a form on the website? Website's going to be down, so let's not do that yet.
Yeah.
Email
You go to the
Giancore.
website, you can see it's currently under construction.
I noticed that. Yeah, cool. So yeah, email Jianchor.blog@gmail.com. Say, hey, look, I'm interested in being a contributor. If you can, in this or in the subject line, put contributor. But if you can, please submit some sample work. Ideally, we'd like you to submit your first piece of work you'd like to publish on the blog, 800 words or better, and 4 or 5 pictures or 5 to 6 pictures to break up the monotony of the text on the page. This also helps with SEO and readability and time on page. I'm going to read some super chats here. Natasha Kayleen, $2. I lost my train of thought, laughed my ass off. I'll be back. Claude Fuller, it's like there's a question here. He said, how do you get respect back after people think you fell off? Just like when someone comes out the closet, their reputation is usually on the line. Is there a way to make your reputation better? Not just in business, but in life? Well, I think the first thing, and this is just personal, I don't give a fuck about anybody else's respect. That's the first step, is not giving a fuck. But I think what it is, falling off is just a big mistake. That's all it really is. And mistakes are just learning opportunities. But really, it's just your next thing has to be amazing. Whatever you messed up on, your next thing has to be amazing. And then everybody will come back around, It's just
the ass whipping that you give the person who disrespected you got to be amazing too. So what you do is the first person that disrespected you, you walk right up to them and whoop their monkey ass. No, I'm playing around. No, I'm kidding around. No, don't do that. Don't choose violence today. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Let me mute myself. I'm sorry.
I had to make
Do you
sure.
have a lawyer yet?
The YouTube machine didn't catch that in the transcript.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was
I'm kidding.
Our customer service director. So, Mr. Jones, if you have any complaints for the Giancore team, you will be speaking to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, calling Mr. Jones.
Customer service director is also bad security.
Listen,
Mr.
YouTube, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm joking. This is a bad transcript, man.
Mr. Jones, we have a complaint on the phone.
Yes.
What do you want, motherfucker?
Yo,
But if I could add something to the, if I could add just a little insight, we wrote about our first article for the blog, which started this whole thing, was about risk and taking risks, and what can happen for some people when you know sometimes the risk is making a choice that doesn't work out, could ruin your reputation, could but really my the way I look at it is, whatever it is, however you fell off, for whether it's for work, society, your family, is there's lessons in that. And your lesson is, it's like you should live the life you're meant to live.
Yeah.
And living that life, and that's part of what Hotep Jesus says, is you really can't spend your life thinking about what other people think.
Yeah.
Because it really comes down to how you feel and what your life purpose is and what your life force is.
You could also have great hair, get a nice tan, and wear a red blazer. That always works. That always makes motherfuckers put respect on your name.
Oh shit! No, but another thing too is like to your point, Brian, and like Rita reaffirmed it, like not caring what other people think about or the reputation that other people give you or anything like that, starts with like you living with like the intention that you want to put out there. Mm-hmm. If you know that your intentions are pure, even if you fuck up, like that's not, it's not the sort of thing that should reflect on you the way that some people will try to. If people are trying to talk shit about your intentions or anything like that, like people make mistakes all the time, but if your intentions are pure, then that's, you know in your heart who you are. So it's not about what other people think about you from that scene.
I got an analogy that I think Jonesy and Chad are gonna enjoy. Life is like basketball. You throw a turnover, your ass better get back on defense.
That's right.
You know, you got to grab some boards. You got to make it up on the next play. You know, I used to go to court and I ball. I was good for 2 turnovers a game, and it's going to come before the first 5 points. But after that, I'm like, all right, I got my turnovers out. Let's ball, right? So people will quickly forget that turnover after you bang a 2 or a 3. They'll quickly forget that turnover after you grab that hard board or after you grab that steal or after you make a good assist. They forgot about that turnover because it's always about what's the next play. Forget that mistake. What's the next play? And you just make up for it on the next play. So as I said, just come back out, be ready to ball on the next play.
Shoot or shoot.
Shoot.
Never lose your confidence.
Yo, I just want to give a shout out to Chad, man. Because that like the analogy that you gave, it was so thoughtful, man. Like, that's the one thing about Chad that I love, man. Like, he always leads with his heart, and he's always really, really thoughtful. You know what I mean? Like he's actually helped me become a better person. Like, Chad's the kind of guy who will return a toothpick to the forest and tell it to be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just is, man. It makes me want to be a better person because I'm dead inside, everybody. I'm sorry.
Jonesy, this is not acceptable. You do not get to be nice to me. That is not, no, you can't. You gotta, I was waiting for you to talk shit. Like, I was waiting. I was like, where is it? Where is it? And the closest you came was that toothpick joke. That's about.
I got a package in the mail the other day, and it was a book. And I had no idea who it came from. And I said, let's see, who's the only person that would send me a book? First of all, I know it's not a black person, because black people don't read. So I said it has to be a white person. And I said, you know who sent me this book? He sent me this book right here, The Righteous Mind. I said, Chad sent me this book. I'm not even calling to check. I know Chad sent me this. And then at the Mogul Summit, I said, Chad, you sent me this? He said, yeah. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate that. But that's the type of guy Chad is. He just fucking looks out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
fucking
man.
love
He's
this
the
guy,
best,
man.
bro.
Now I see I'm gonna kiss you on the lips.
Oh God,
We're not doing that. I saw who you were hanging out with in Miami. I don't want kisses on the lips.
You don't want to shank her. You don't want to shank her. Fresh shanker.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Plus I'm super straight. I just want everybody to know that.
I'm super straight too. I'm super straight. Jonesy, did you see that?
Oh, what the episode?
No.
Jonesy doesn't know.
All right, let me explain. There's this diagram, right? That they put out. I think it hit the net today. I don't know. Maybe it hit Reddit first yesterday.
My son said TikTok last week.
TikTok last week?
When I showed it to my son, he's like, "Oh, y'all, that finally made it to Twitter." I was like, "Oh, damn."
Okay, I figured we was late. I figured we was late.
Yeah,
because you never know when shit is born on the internet, where it's born.
Right.
So it hit Twitter today, and it's basically this diagram, and it says if you're a male and you're attracted to a woman, you're straight. If you're a male and you're attracted to a trans woman, then you're straight. Now, if you're a male and you're attracted to a woman, but not a trans woman, then you're super straight.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'm definitely super straight then.
So that's what we were saying. Like, yo, I'm super straight.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I ain't see that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, so what happens if it keeps devolving down? Like they just try to figure out like, hey man, I get it's just as gay as the next guy. Like, what's happening right now, bro?
That's what we don't talk about it no more. Because who knows?
I'm done.
You know, next is super straight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's getting wild out here.
Listen, I'm Jim Brown straight. I'm Jim Kelly, Jim Brown, Blaxploitation Shaft Street.
Dolomite Street.
Got Rudy Ray Moore was
Here we go.
Was he?
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Man.
In real life, you don't want to be Dolomite straight, bro.
Okay, never mind. Well, that would be just straight.
So can I move us back to something a real quick thing?
Can I read the super chat first?
Of course.
Halima, thank you. 699 super chat. She says, shout out to the women leaders backed by men. Happy International Women's Day, Rita, Giancore, and all Hotep queens. Thank you, Halima.
Thank you, Halima. She's amazing.
Angel.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. The thing about Halima, though, is you want to spend as much time talking with her. She just creates such an amazing energy, so smart. It's just, so lucky to have her in my life, to know her. So it's just really great. Segueing into something what was small, but I think made a big difference in terms of kind of getting our motor going in the right direction, is Chad just drew up a little org chart. Is that what you call it, Chad? When you put,
I guess that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So he just penciled out org chart. It's like Rita project manager. Next to me was, you got it on Twitter somewhere. Right next to me over to the side is Hotep Jesus as advisor. And then he just put down the lines of Jonesy ZPK.
It kind of goes like this.
Right,
like
computer.
Looks like a pyramid scheme.
I got you.
No,
it looked like a Ouija board. I thought Marcus was sending us a Ouija board. I was like, what the fuck is this?
No. But really what it was is just put a visual behind, and then that just led to the Airtable. It's like, okay, Jonesy's on this. Because the second that happened, everybody had their role. Mm-hmm. And it was, put it once it was on the screen.
Jonesy, can you explain this to me in Marcus's voice, the whole organizational chart? You can't mention
all right now, goddammit.
That's not.
We gotta have
good,
fucking
Marcus.
Rita. It's gotta be at the top. Hotep is gonna be the project manager. Jones is just an asshole.
But he still loves you though. Like,
That's spot on.
He's a good
That's
dude.
spot on.
He can't.
That
he
is.
can't mention Marcus and not do the voice. I need that in my life.
Yeah.
But it
So
looked like a
perfect.
Ouija board and shit. I was like, what is this? I almost deleted it. And then I saw it. And then Chad had under me.
Did not.
He was like, Jonesy asshole. I was like, oh, this
texted it to y'all. You almost deleted it from the text
That's
chat.
Chad sending subliminal messages. He's trying to get you in a.
Right. But then
In invisible
seriously,
ink,
right,
I'm at the top
He's
of the
getting in the
chart.
subconscious.
But it was, Ant does the computer. And then I think Chad was backing up. Chad handles the contributors.
The computer stuff as far away from Rita as possible, but it didn't work.
All the way on the other side of the chart.
Yeah.
I just want to say for the record how nice I've been. I have not teased anybody. I have look,
It's
and it's been
Your
International
teasing
Women's
rights have been
Day.
redacted.
but seriously, just because remember that there's entertainment and then that we're helping people. But if you're working in a group, or even if you're working, it's just like we talked about the ROI, the return on investment, what the work that we're doing, and if we're spinning our wheels, is that the second we saw it visually, then it's like, okay, great. So it's not like Rita and Jonesy are doing this group of thing, and now it's like separated. So Jonesy's saying to me, it's like, can you get this for me? And I'm like, yep, I'll get that over there. And then, Chad's like, well, I don't know, Chad, I'm trying to think of Chad almost every day has a project for me. So I don't know, the roles are reversed. Sorry, Chad. I had to get that one out. No, I'm kidding. But I will tell you what's funny is all of a sudden, this is me. It's like, Chad's like taking over the Airtable because that's what he's in charge of. And then Jonesy writes something on the text, and then Chad segues right into, speaking of which, I think you have a task that you need to look at. And I'm sitting there, I looked at it and went, is he talking to me? Is he talking to me?
No, I was talking to
I know, but that was my first time. It's like, boy, we created a little bit of a task monster here.
I know, right? Right?
And I'm
Don't you have a task
thinking,
you have to complete? I'm like, don't you gotta go fuck yourself, Chad?
I do, Jonesy, because you tell me to do it every day. So I
know. It's like
Doesn't
now
it email people as soon as you put the task in? Like, why do you have to say that you put the task in?
Well,
you guys should get. It should
overblowing
get like when you assign a task to somebody, it should automatically send them an email. You guys aren't getting emails?
Nope.
So I know as soon as I see that shit, I'm like, delete.
And excuse me for the record, I did not set this one up. This is not me.
Chad,
can we share the screen?
Check the settings.
Make sure that it's sending. Okay, I'll check and make sure that it's.
Nah, you can't share the screen because it's gonna screw everything up.
Oh, okay. I won't share the screen then.
Yeah. But yeah, you should have settings, or when you assign a task, it should have an option to say like, email this person.
Okay.
Or notify or something like that.
I kind of
I have notifications where it shows up on my phone app. Like it'll show like a little notification badge, but I don't know if you have to go in and set it up to get emails for that yourself, or if
it should
you just hijack their email.
I'm just saying that the two people in this group that get notified is me and Jonesy. Ant,
talking about?
Chad never says, Ant, go check your tasks like
Yo, he don't say
because Ant has one task and he's on it. He's migrating the website.
Nah, Chad,
so wait, so we're not on it? I guess we're not
scared
on
of
it.
Ant.
We're not on it. I was like, speaking of
Ant
tasks,
is wearing a shirt with chopsticks on it. I am not scared of Ant.
Chad want to say something to Ant. Ant's like, you go eat your cornbread.
Bro, this is a sweet shirt, bro.
It is. It is a sweet shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you know what you could do?
oh boy.
You could set up a Slack channel. I see that option here.
Oh, in Airtable?
Yeah, in Airtable. So when you update something, it'll automatically update that Slack channel.
Okay.
There's also one here where it'll send a weekly digest.
Ant's gonna lose his mind.
And then you can create a custom automation. It's under
How did
automation.
people do business before computers?
They talk to
They
each
have
other.
to call on the phone. Sounds terrible.
Bro, do you know the origins of Wall Street?
Oh, that was
With the
They used
the
to,
paper slips?
yeah, they used to stand on the street like, hey, yo, I got securities. You want to buy into this
Nice.
company?
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was really.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, yo, I've just been trading stocks like through an app on my phone. Like 50 years ago, these people are screaming over the telephone like
No, and you like
cutthroat
that,
stuff.
like go back to like you had to leave your house and get on your horse and go down to Wall Street and hand the guy the slip. Like, yeah, I want to sell.
And then by Friday, you'd be lucky if your shit actually got bought. And then it would be a market order. There were no limit orders or anything like that. It was just like, it's like you buy it whatever the price is. What was it? What did I buy it for? Oh, it was $57. What? It was $6 when I gave you that slip.
Hey, Mr. Angles, Mr. Angles, do you have your stock list down there, Mr. Angles?
It was different, man. But also you had a lot of scams happening too. You know, it was easy to scam people back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, life was, I couldn't even imagine how much different it was with computers. I mean, I'm just thinking about what life was like before email. Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm young enough where I'm old enough where I was alive when there wasn't cell phones, like when the first cell phones came out that were about this big.
Yeah.
And then like it was cool when you had the little cellular one cell phone where you could play like Snake on your phone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I had the Zach
Like,
Morris cell
even that,
phone.
yeah, even that.
How old are you, man?
I had the big ass cell phone.
I don't know if you were around when the cell phone first came out. Like my dad has had the same phone number
right?
since the late 80s.
Yeah, that was late
Oh,
80s.
you talking about the satellite phone?
My pops had a phone that was in a briefcase.
Yeah, this was in like a little case and an antenna on the side of the car.
right. But you guys remember, this is an aging thing in the late 80s. When you worked on a work computer, remember you'd have to type in C:// like directory.
Oh, that's MS-DOS.
Is that MS-DOS? Remember
that's
that?
MS-DOS, yeah.
Well,
you basically had to learn coding just to open up your program.
That's right.
Yes,
that's why
absolutely.
that's so laughing. Right. You had to learn.
We were playing Oregon Trail in school back then, though.
dir/w. We let you know what the
exactly
what
would
was in the
directory.
directory.
What was in the directory?
And then you could write to cheat.
With a cell phone
And you
like
could find
this.
out what the executable file was.
That's
and
right.
type that in
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
See, I could do that.
But
Okay,
you
maybe
can't
I am
do
a
this
boomer.
shit. Rita, that shit was exponentially harder.
But I was much younger then.
Ask these
in
new
some
kids to
ways.
fucking use MS-DOS. They'd be lost. They'd be like, "Where's the mouse?"
Right.
No,
Right.
But I remember that's what we used to use, and then we'd set up, not email list, but we were amazed. You could put everyone's address in, but I guess we were writing code because you do all the different, symbols and asterisks to do a merge and all that cool stuff. But yeah,
I programmed a golf game on my little on my calculator. It was like a little calculator that had like a full keyboard and everything. Yeah. Well, this was it was like it was just like linear like this, and it had just had a text bar at the top, but it had a full keyboard on it, and you held down the space bar, and like depending on how far the hole was away, you let go of the space bar when it like hit it that distance or whatever. And so then like however close you were, it didn't have like left or right, but it had distance. Right. Yeah. So you'd either go over the hole or you'd be short of the hole, and it would tell you how far away you were, and then you held down the space bar again and did it again. So had to get it in 4 shots days. Or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what else we got? Oh, let's do the announcement for the contest, right?
Oh yeah.
Woo!
All right,
we
folks,
have a winner.
We're about to announce the winner of the Giancore contest. 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's 29 degrees, wind chill of 15, Central Park, Giancore Challenge. I see you, Ant. I see you, Chad. Woo! Breathe.
Oh, baby. Yo, Matt was killing it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Matt was putting the ball on his back, and I'm like, I never seen that one before. Yeah, but yeah, he was killing it.
Way to go, Matt. Thanks for playing. Really inspiring.
I thought that was an apple. Yeah. Maybe I'm just greedy, but
well, I think he deserves it. I really think he deserves it. Is he getting a velour suit?
It's not velour. It's just a sweatsuit.
I need to
And
see
only
Matt.
if he wants it.
I need to see Matt in a velour sweatsuit.
Oh shit!
A
You'll
baggy
be out there
one.
looking like Eric being Rakim and shit.
I need him to rock the one leg up like LL.
Yeah, like the FUBU.
Word.
FUBU.
Oh man,
Good stuff, man. Anything else we're gonna cover today before we get into the questions and stuff?
I think we're rocking and rolling. We're doing pretty good.
Can I go off topic really quick?
Oh,
what ain't?
Oh, and go, then Jonesy go.
I was just saying I reached out to Alex a few days ago. Told him that, I was going to be integrating the new platform for the website. So I told him I'm going to reach out to him. And we're basically going to collab sometime this week and just go from there. So
when estimated date of launch?
I don't want to give an exact date yet.
Estimated.
But what's today?
If you had to take a guess.
Maybe the 25th, somewhere around there.
God damn.
woo!
The 25th.
I don't know. I just gave myself a 2-week window.
I'm not letting that shit slide at all.
Nah, probably a week.
I'm vetoing that. Well, actually, the 25th isn't. That's basically 2 weeks from now. So you figure this week, next week. I mean, ideally, we'd want it by the 22nd. The 22nd show, ideally.
Okay.
And also 22 is a master number, so it'd be great to launch on that day. It'd be good luck.
Get your written submissions in, please, people.
Yeah.
Put in the air terrible.
You don't want to do the 25th. You do not. That's a unlucky number. You definitely want to.
It's my daughter's birthday. Don't say that.
So wait, 3,
what, the 25th?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tell her never gamble.
No, it should be 22 because we'll have the 22221. 32221. 3 2s.
2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right.
yeah.
So March 22, 21, the 3 2s. That's significant.
Oh yeah, y'all some Illuminati shit now. Yo, Jonesy, what was you about to say? You said you had something off topic.
Yeah, I don't even know if I should even say this, man, but it's about the swag and jacking that I saw. It was just on my mind heavy. I didn't get a chance to say anything.
Oh, you can say it.
Yo, man, big shout out to Glenn Beck for swag jacking the Grifties, yo. It was some of the worst shit I've ever seen, bro.
Did you watch it?
And what? No, I didn't watch it, but I heard that he's gonna have a show on his channel with Crypto Burger King, and he's gonna have the Core John Project where he's deconstructing a blog. I mean, he's gonna start calling himself Hotep Moses. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we did. He did straight jackers. Glenn Beck, you should have just called this, man. We could have partnered, man. We could have just worked together.
Oh, and since we're going off topic, when you vote for the Grifties, please vote for the teachers union because I got up to 6 and now I think I'm down to 8 or 9.
This is voter collusion.
No, it is voter. It is voter. If you want to support the Giancore project,
It's a hoax. It's a hoax.
minus the 4 of them, but you want to
8. Yeah, you're 8th now.
see. I was 6 this morning. So, who's this Chance guy? Does he have a lot of followers?
He's been spamming.
Spamming, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
the
been
only
spamming.
thing is that the teachers union is going to just keep getting worse and worse. So I'll wait. But if you get to vote, look at how many 45 votes you get every single day. You get replenished votes.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only vote for them once, so you have to downvote
Every single day, I hit the teachers union. Somebody's fighting me. Someone's fighting me.
It's an interesting concept. What if you could vote for somebody more than once?
Think of the children.
That's an interesting concept.
I was thinking about the way that it's set up to like it's almost like you should be limited to like a net zero where like if you vote someone up, you can only vote somebody down. Like you can't vote one person up and then everybody else down because that's what some of these people are doing to try to vote hack it.
I don't know, man. People used to do
tell
that
their
on American
followers.
Idol. They would just hit redial.
Yeah,
See?
what I'm saying but what people are doing is they're going in and they're voting for the person that they want to win, and then they're downvoting everybody who's within.
Wait, you can
top
downvote
30.
people?
Yeah, you can downvote. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
What
hate
if
the
what
player,
if we
hate the
took away
game.
downvoting? What do you think about that?
Somebody
like that.
downvoted the teachers union.
Yeah.
I thought that was just meaning you were getting lower on the list.
And I'm kidding.
No, okay. So that little red thing is trending down.
Right.
But there's on the right. There's the little yellow, the gold
it's
arrows.
greener.
You can pick you can pick an up or a down, and you can only do it one way per person.
Okay.
Do you think we should get rid of downvoting?
Yes,
I think
I do.
There's people who are abusing it. I think they're using it. They're basically saying, okay, you get 45, so vote for me, and 44 downvotes for everybody who's, 1 through 45, and isn't me.
You can do that in one day.
Yeah.
In one day, you can do that.
That's what what's her face? I'm not even going to say her name because I'm not trying to get. But you know who I'm talking about. That's what she did, and she had all her people do.
Right.
Oh, okay. Then I don't feel bad.
Damn you, what's her face?
Teachers union, and don't cheat. You get 1 vote a day.
Well, I won't be voting for the teachers union. I have too many teachers in my family.
And we just added an animation too.
It's not the teachers, Jonesy. It's the union.
Some of the people in my family are union stewards.
Oh my God. It's a conflict of my interest.
No, it's all good. It is what it is. I personally won't be doing that. I don't want to hurt anyone near and dear to my heart's feelings.
Oprah's coming up fast after yesterday.
Meghan Markle,
and Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle came up real fast. She's moved up the rankings a lot.
But you got to.
So much so Rita tried to copy her grift.
What? Oh, that's right. Oh, because I got a tan.
Yeah. Jonesy, we got to post the
Rita's blacker than the baby.
Hey, we got to post what?
The Soldier Boy meme where he's talking about Drake. And he's like, he took my whole swag.
Drake. Word, yo.
All right, let's get into the questions and wrap this episode up.
Are we having a good time, everybody?
Hit one in the chat if we're having a good time. Hit one in the chat if we're having a good time. Shout out to my good people in the chat. Appreciate y'all, mods, man. Sketch. Brody's in the building.
Brody!
Appreciate y'all.
Ready? When you're ready. Are we waiting for the vote?
I know that's Jonesy. I know that's Jonesy controlling the Giancore thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
My hands are free, bro.
Nah, that's you,
Jonesy. Now I've got to look for it. Oh, Jonesy.
Did he do it again or just once?
Nah, he just did it once.
He only did it once. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I love him. Megan Ryan's in the building. Countess Amante Cristo. Reanimation.
Mask is here.
John. Yeah, Mask is here. Yup. Sincere. He said, I want my valor, Aunt. You ready, Rita?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, first question. How do I choose what audience to promote my business to? So putting your target market. How do I choose what audience to promote my business to?
You always go for the easiest one, the one that doesn't need any education, the one that's begging for your product. One that is just like, I don't even have to convince them. I just need to put this in front of them. You know, it's like, if you got alcohol, it's like, who are you going to try to sell to? A Christian or the fucking wino walking down the street? You know what I mean? It's just like, put the beer in front of the wino, right? You know, you got weed. Do you want to sell the weed at a Christian convention, or do you want to go to the next festival? You know, some next
Wiz Khalifa concert, right?
A Wiz Khalifa concert, right? So put your product where it's a no-brainer.
So, but that would just be
Christians out there.
There's a lot of high Christians.
This is true. This is true.
Case in point, those guys who went to wherever it was, they were selling the Trump 2020 shirts or whatever, and they're like, I don't really, like, I'm not here for this, but they are.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point.
The Lord decrees that you roll up the stickiest of the icky.
But it's really part of the research is find the audience during your research. Say, I have this product, and now I need to go find who wants it, who needs it.
Yeah,
it buys it, right?
You want to, the measuring stick is education, right? So, for example, you want to get it in front of people that don't need to be educated on why they needed the product. Right? Like energy drinks, right? You got to spend a whole time explaining to somebody why they need an energy drink That ain't your target market.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go after somebody that's like a trucker. Yo, you want to stay awake? Yeah, here, it's going to keep you up. All right, bet. Let me get 10 of those.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you just want to find the audience. You don't have to educate on why they need it. If you spend a lot of time trying to educate your audience, you're in the wrong market. That's what's happening with crypto right now. Crypto's in the space where it's trying to explode, and the only people coming in is it's pure FOMO. It's not because of education. It's pure FOMO. But trying to get people in is an educational barrier. You know, people are like, I don't get Bitcoin. I don't know what crypto is, so I'm staying away from it. So that's a prime example of, if you're going to have a product, put it in front of people that get it and want it. I'm just happy to be lucky because we put Bitcoin in front of a market that it's not supposed to work for, and I was able to make that work for various reasons without having to provide a lot of education. Although I have provided a lot of education, I just fucking FOMO'd them to death. That's just understanding psychology. What are you gonna wait till this thing hits the price of a Bentley before you buy in, bro? Like, all right, fine, Hotep Jesus, fucking give me some of this shit, right? So you just keep FOMO. So,
well, it's that dollar cost averaging strategy too that makes it really attractive.
Makes it safe.
It's
right.
because
it's like
then you're not going all
right.
in with 10 grand. You know, to buy one 10 grand Bitcoin, and you're worried, what if it goes back to 3,000 or less or whatever? So you get to nibble. Yeah.
Okay, ready? All right.
Can hear you, Jonesy.
That's I nibble every week. Every time I think I'm gonna buy some nonsense, you know what I'm saying? Because I buy some Bitcoin or I buy some whatever kind of crypto. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's some stuff. That's what I've been doing lately instead of buying sneakers because I have enough of those.
I do. So I don't spend on the nonsense. I don't have any money left.
What's the next one, Rita?
What makes an interesting interview for a live stream or podcast? What makes an interesting interview?
Wow, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. What makes an interview interesting? I would say anything abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's going to come and bring something new is going to make some people, you get on these investing or tech podcasts and they say the same shit as everybody else, right? And I think that's the allure of Hotep Jesus and why people are like, oh, I need to have Hotep Jesus on my channel, because they know I'm not gonna say what the 1,000 other people they interviewed said.
Right.
And that's really what makes things interesting is what's gonna be unique and new about this. And that's even like, I think my conversations with people have also got a lot of traction too. People like, I want to go into Hotep Jesus's interviews stuff because I pick interesting guests. I know who's unique and is going to add something new to the conversation. And then I have the skill of extracting that. Like, I know there's a gem there, and then I'm going to slowly extract it over the course of the interview. So instead of like yanking the gem out and showing everybody, it's it's just like a slow reveal. But yeah, you got to know how to pull the gems out of the person. And I think it comes down to when they speak on a subject, asking them to dive deeper into it, into the intricacies and the nuances of those things. And that's sometimes you get some interesting comments, because if you're just dealing with the surface level of things, things become very general and banal, so, yeah.
But if I may ask, you seem to be generally curious when you're interviewing people.
Yeah.
And I think it comes across to me as authentic.
Yeah.
So you're just like, well, just even if it's not anything specific, it'll be, well, just tell me more about that.
Right.
But you seem engaged in that. And that also brings out more from the guest. I imagine, right?
Yeah. I try to just go into a focus mode where it's just me and the guest. Right. And,
right.
And I try to just like intensely listen and understand as they're saying. And the minute something's not clicking, I'm like, nope, you're going to have to explain that. I don't get that. Explain that, right?
Right.
Or if it's something where I get it and I think other people won't, I'm like, yo, go into that so other people can, like with Pharaoh, there's a lot of things I was just like, I knew he had opinion of, people wasn't ready for. And I was like, yo, can you explain that right there? Explain that shit you said right there. And then let him go to 10-minute tirade.
Right.
You know? But yeah, I'd be interested in your guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if I may just give Jonesy a compliment, he interviewed Cookbook, and Soto is his last name. And it is so engaging from the beginning to the end. And Jonesy's he's a really good interviewer, but he brought out, I mean, not only that, but so I'm thinking, okay, Christian rap. He's also a coach and I think he's a producer, Jonesy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was so interested in this guy. I heard of him because Ryan referred him to Jonesy to interview. But Jonesy's got a really amazing technique. And it's not just because I'm his buddy in crime here, but it's also, that's right. I got to wear my Raiders hat. But Jonesy has that gift too, as an interviewer. To just in all of his conversations, and he really works at making sure he knows his guests.
What's that gift you're saying?
He's prepared, he's curious, and he's super knowledgeable. It's just super knowledgeable. So you put, and then he's just curious, going like, "Oh, I had no idea." The thing that's funny though, and this is a person because doing the interview with DJ Chris, and then doing the interview with Cookbook, when he talks about rap and kind of hey, in the rap world, we feel like it's been, you didn't say bastardized, but, taken by other people or other groups. And, that's kind of like ours. And then do you feel that about reggae to Chris? And Chris was all, we're just happy people hear the music. And then he said the same kind of thing. It's like, well, when you see this type of group do rap or you do this, and Josie's all like defending it. And Cookbook was all, we're just happy the message gets out. We're just happy to play the music. It's just such a funny thing. It's just like a trendy thing. Jonesy's like holding on to it. It's like, this is ours,
Yeah.
Did you feel that, Jonesy? Because he asked that question like twice, but both people go like, no, man, it's cool. It's just cool that the word, the music gets out.
I'm trying to project my feelings onto them like I normally do.
Both times. It's like the second, when I heard it yesterday, I'm thinking, he's asking.
I'm like, no, you really mean.
I know. He's like, don't you feel like people are
like that chick that interviewed Jordan Peterson? She's like, so what you're saying is, it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Right. Because I think too, because Josie, what I take and Josie can answer it is, there's part of rap music that has been taken from the culture, especially the origins of it, and changed and evolved. But I think what Cookbook said was, he said, yeah, music's an evolution. So that's where we're at. He said something cool like that. He said, so we respect and honor the origins, but then music's always going to change and we hope it gets better. Something to that degree. Right, Jonesy?
He like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. That's our shit.
I know, right?
But Rita identified something that's really, really important. You said there's a preparation, and with that preparation, that's where like some of that knowledgeable, what you're knowledgeable of either improves or comes from that preparation, and then that genuine curiosity. And that's like, so if you think about it from the standpoint of like, if you want to know this stuff and you thought about it enough to dig into, to try to understand this person, and then you interview them and you want to understand them even more deeply, you're taking your audience on that journey. It's that same type of feel that you're getting with that genuine curiosity that makes the audience want to listen in. If it's just, let me ask the same 10 questions that everybody else has already asked this person because I finally landed this guest, then you're going to have like the same interview that everybody else had.
Like
and
Chris Farley on Saturday Night Live.
Right. I know.
That's awesome.
That's right. I know. That's what Jonesy said. Yeah. That was my first thing. Jonesy's making me a better interviewer. But when the very first time I sent, it's like, oh, like these are all the questions. And then this first thing was, yeah, we don't want to be like Chris Farley on SNL, which made me laugh. Like, I really think you're great, But the other thing too, and that I'm going to say my final compliment about Jonesy, he has a memory like you wouldn't believe. He brings up like sports names. He's like, Reed, you don't know the lightweight champion from 1978? It's like, no, I don't. Well, but he wasn't there. Yeah, it's the amount. So he's just really, really smart. So
an abyss of useless knowledge. That's all I have.
But that's so I'm just saying he's an incredible gem in the Giancore crown. And we're really lucky. So I'm hoping you guys take a look. every time. I mean, I've always loved. That's why I was thinking of this whole crew together anyway. But Jonesy's not only his take on things, but he's pretty talented. So check him out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. I don't even know how to take that.
Well,
thank you, man. I thought Chad was going to say something negative.
Chad's sitting back,
Chad's
leaning back,
holding
hating.
on.
He's back there hating.
Okay. All right. Next question. I just, we all should compliment each other, and that's my take on it. I mean, that was a really good interview.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's the next question. What key platforms can help promote my blog? Platforms.
That's a tough one because, when you say platforms, like that's really broad, right?
First thing that comes to my mind is like social media, like Twitter, right?
Me, I always talk about when you get a blog, you want to start registering them on all the directories, right? Like that's one of the first things you want to do is get them on, and the right directories too, the ones that make sense to your niche. The Reddits. I think Reddit's a great place, man. Reddit. I'm a big advocate of putting your stuff where it makes sense on Reddit. You find the same, Ant?
Yeah, I mean, it's the front page of the internet for a reason, and people love to vent without, putting their face out there. So, I indulge in all those different categories and stuff, and people got all these different problems and everything, and people are looking for the solutions to their problems, especially like there's a pretty funny one. It's called poverty finance. So it's literally people who are just broke, trying to figure it out, trying to get by, and the amount of just like information and stuff people go through on there is crazy. Like you just pull so many different ideas. So I think the Reddits are definitely useful. Reddit and Quora is pretty good as well.
Yeah. Quora is great. It's not as community driven like Reddit is.
I feel like Quora is more professional,
right?
Where Reddit's kind of just like the average person.
Yeah, Reddit gets wild. I just suggest with Reddit, make sure you're not posting anything conservative or right wing or Donald Trumpish because you're gonna get banned. They ain't gonna let you post shit in some of those subreddits. I got banned from one black thing. I wrote a blog and I posted it in a black one of those black run things, and then I came back later to check on to see, look at the conversation. It was like,
baby.
It was like,
you can't see it here anymore.
Yeah, it was like you've been removed from this. I'm like, so I contacted a mod. I'm like, yo, what's good? Da da da. He was like, I forget what he said, but he basically was like, we'll let you back in, but he said some bullshit. I'm just like, yo, like you're only allowed a certain type of opinion, and my opinion is invalid because it doesn't have a victimhood attached to it, because I said black people might need to be accountable sometimes. Like, what the fuck's going on here? So just be mindful of that stuff on the Reddit. But I think Reddit's great if you're organic, right? There's like two main types you use Reddit. You can spam, and there's certain places you can spam. There's certain subreddits you can definitely spam. There's some designed to spam and some that are just poorly run that allow you to spam because they're just poorly run. Then there's others where you actually, you're actually sitting there and you're looking at the conversation. And let's say, there's somebody's talking about student loan debt and they mention Biden. Well, that's a good time for Ant to post his Biden breakdown on student loan debt, right? Because he's actually providing value to that individual. He's giving, something in reference to what they're already looking for. You're going to use Reddit like that. It's a great resource. Some places won't even allow you to post links in the subreddits. So you got to be mindful of that too. But Reddit is a great place. I mean, sometimes, I look at making Reddit as making it, right? So it's like, I went viral on Twitter. It's like, all right, but did it make it to Reddit? Did that tweet make it to Reddit? I'll go search my name on Reddit. I'm like, damn, all right, it ain't go viral. But if it make it to Reddit, I'm like, oh shit. Like when I did the Joe Rogan shit, that shit made it to Reddit. When I did the Lupe Fiasco interview, that shit made it to Reddit. certain blog posts of mine I've written have made it to Reddit. Like, yo, yeah, I gotta check this out. But yeah, and then the other one's probably like 4chan. But that's a whole nother story for another day.
Is that how you became the king of all Moths?
No.
I don't think Moths are on Reddit. Are Moths on Reddit? It seems like a young man's thing.
Yeah. No, the Moths came with MAGA. The Moths came with MAGA. I started to notice a trend. I was like, all these white women following me.
I don't even think you had Maw coined yet when you did the thing with the girl dumping the water on herself in the wrestling ring. You know that picture, and then there's a little kid and he's cheering in the stands because you're like, when a middle-aged white woman comes onto my timeline,
a little kid like on his dad's shoulders.
The kid's on his dad's shoulders.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine sent that to me, and he's like, "This is your friend," and I was like, "Yeah." So, I was like,
my bad.
Like, what? No, I don't get. I was like,
it literally,
you don't have a sense of humor, Jesus Christ, man. Chill the fuck out.
No, it literally came from me just noticing I had a whole bunch of like middle-aged white women that were fanning, and I was just like, y'all are just so great, you know, like whatchamacallit, Mary O'Donnell. Like Mary O'Donnell comes through like every fucking episode. She's like Maw of the year. You know what I mean?
She's the
like,
best, yo. She's the best.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
So you think middle-aged white women like you because they like Trump?
No. I used to be racist, so you know, I didn't have any white followers. And then I got over that shit. And then the whole MAGA shit happened. And then I got a lot of white followers. So prior to, I didn't understand white people. I pretty much understand white people now. Still got a lot to learn to do, but you basically got 3 types of white people: red, blue, and gold. And that's what it comes down to. I like the gold white people better, but the red people are definitely better than the blue people. But before that, I just thought all white people were the same. Yeah.
You know, breakfast.
Right. But why do you think women in particular? Do you have more white women following you than white men?
No. My
but
audience
your audience is male.
It's all male. It's like 85% male.
Rita's trying to say you're a hot box of rocks. What it is.
Every time those dreads go, telling you.
God.
let me pull my shit up.
There you go.
Make sure she can see my shit.
Rita's just gonna be rooting for another socialist to attack you in New York City so you can do the Pootie Tang.
The Pootie Tang.
Yeah, he did do the Pootie Tang. He was like this.
That was one of my favorite videos ever when I put through that and then I put in your Terry Crews.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This Hotep Jesus got a checker, bitch.
But white women, I always knew white women were like a key in this world. Like, they got so much power. I just didn't know the difference between Kathy and Karen. You know what I mean? There's a difference. And they're both basically like all white men have potential to turn into a Karen at any given point. But that Karen power is something else. Like that's the shit that get your ass fired. So you need them. You need a couple of malls on your side. So I like to cater to that demographic.
You want to hear my theory?
What's that?
And this is just black men in general and middle-aged white women. Seriously.
Okay.
I think that black men just love women.
Yes.
And middle-aged white women aren't 20 years old anymore. And so they are attracted, you know, especially sweet, smart, you know, just open black men. They're attracted to that because that sexuality comes through. That it just like, that's my theory. I think black men give off that I just love women.
Yeah. It's the black community is a matriarch, man. Like right. You know, we're very like protective of women.
Right.
You know, like
that's why I think that whole narrative that we don't protect our women is such bullshit.
Right.
Word.
I hate that shit. That shit makes me mad, yo.
Word, because that's our culture.
Right.
We're a matriarchal society, man.
Word. Yeah. And then they try to put that patriarchy on us, and I'm like, that's not even us.
Fuck, you got jokers that grown up without their daddy. How the fuck is it the patriarchy?
but
they got a movie called Big Mama's House. It ain't called Big Papa's House. What are y'all talking about?
But wouldn't you agree that black men are smoother, and they take, that, and they flirt more, and women love that?
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. I had it happen in Costco like 3 weeks ago, in my Costco clothes, right? Because you're pulling stuff, hair pulled back in a ponytail. And this beautiful older black man walks up and he's like, "What are you doing out of the house without your man? If you were my woman." And I'm looking, I'm going, and right ahead is his wife, beautiful. And she's like, "Oh, he's just that." I'm blushing, right? I'm like, you just stop like that. And then I kept thinking, it's like, what if a 65-year-old white man did that to me? I would just go, "Are you kidding me?" But
get away from me,
racist.
Right.
No,
get your dirty ass away from me.
No, that's what I mean. And again,
you look like you don't use a washcloth.
Yes, but you don't think that there is like I said, a more overt sensuality and smoothness.
I don't know. I think we say cool shit. Like, I hear an old brother come up and be like, "Hey, girl, you look good, girl."
Right.
Good, like a bacon and egg sandwich on Sunday, goddamn.
And right. And it's right. But instead of it being like, "Oh, that's weird," there's a sweetness to it and like a flirtation. And it's like, well,
Thaddeus Russell broke this down.
Yeah.
I did a Black History course in his university recently, and his theory is rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
What he basically says is white culture has been abused by the Puritan society.
I totally believe that. Totally believe that.
To where it's like, you dance? Like, you have to dance like this, and don't cross your feet when you dance. It's like all these rules, and dress like this, and talk like this, and stand up straight, and don't do this.
Yeah.
So white people, because he goes back into history about how, like, the Irish basically invented tap dancing, and black folks took that shit to a whole new level. But he's like, I think he's got a chapter in his book was like when white people had rhythm was a chapter in his book. And I didn't even know white people had rhythm at one point, but
you've never seen Lord of the Dance from Michael Flatley?
Or what's the other one with Patrick Swayze?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, yeah. But, he was talking about this and it started to make sense. And he's like, the Puritans, and during the Victorian age as well, stripped white people of their ability to have fun. And then he's even started citing some things of, what white people were saying and how they were jealous of black people, because I look at all these slaves and black folks, they're fucking having fun and I don't get to have fun. Right. And he said, he also related that to why do white boys love hip hop music? And it's because, in a white household, it's like, you got to talk a certain way, you got to act a certain way, Whereas in hip hop is no political correctness at all. So that's where people get to let loose and relax and say wild shit, So the reason why we have smoothness is because it's not been broken out of us. And that's why I hate black liberals, because they want to break that out of us. Even when you talk about like Booker T. Washington or W.E.B. Du Bois, both of them were of the Puritan stock. That's a certain way, act a certain way. Don't talk like that. You can't say ain't, right? All of that type of stuff. They were very much, I think they call it respectability politics. They were all about that respectability politics. And that's what gives black men our uniqueness, is because we haven't been broken down by the Puritan. But that's what the white liberal tried to do, especially post-slavery.
What's crazy about it is that it was like in the name of like being dignified, and it like robbed people of their dignity. Like it's like you're part of like who you are wants to come out, and they're like, no, you have to stuff that inside,
Well,
and you have to hold it back, and you can't act that way. That's not dignified. You can't do that. You can't do that in public. Don't do that in front. And I think was it Unc was talking about that when you interviewed him about how his mom would say stuff to him when he was out in public. She's like, "Don't act like that in front of these white folks." And it was like it spilled over even into that to where you had like this. Because I remember having this conversation with a friend of mine, like when I was very very early on at college, and like how like the interactions in the hallway at the dorms and stuff like that were. Like you see a brother walking down the hall and you just kind of, everybody just kind of, you nod your head like that. See another white dude walking down the hall and I'm like, all right, fuck, man. I guess you're not going to fucking look at me. I'll just keep on walking, like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? God damn. Like, we go to the same school. Like, we're going to be living in this dorm for, like, you don't want to go play cards or something or do, I don't know. It was weird. No. It's like a weird vibe.
So, yeah. So the bottom line, yeah. Yeah. So, but I think it's a very good theory because, Puritanism, they're just over hundreds and thousands of years of religion, and then breaking off, and then more rules and more rules and more rules, and then just gets into the DNA, right?
And then somewhere along the line, we had Bernie Mac and AMG make bitch better have my money. So I don't know how we all got there.
But just thinking it from an evolutionary point of view, we are meant as human beings to procreate. Yeah. For our survival, for civilization survival. And so,
Look at the way Ricky played them blues on that piano. Play that shit like a nigga. I'd be feeling like I'm back in like 1920 and then like, play them keys, boy. But he's playing that shit like straight from the soul. And that's because he hasn't been broken with that Puritanism.
Right.
Yeah, I know, I could tell.
He hasn't been broken with that, So,
Anyway, off subject.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, really good stuff. I think we've got a couple more questions, but they can last. They can add to.
Yeah, we'll come back next question. Next week.
What about the age-old question that we always ask?
Yeah.
What's that?
How many people should you be following on Twitter?
Oh,
the ratio.
So the ratio of following to followers. How do you know when you're following too many people? What is the right ratio? When are you following too many people? That and more will be answered next week on the Giancore Project. Make sure to tune in to episode 15. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to contribute, Jianchor.blog at gmail.com. What'd you say, Rita?
I said 555-15.
What's that mean?
The next episode is 15. You just said 15.
Why'd you say 555?
Same bat time.
Because
same bat channel.
5, 10, 15, 3 5.
It's very confusing, Rita.
I thought she was doing Illuminati rituals again.
I thought it was like I thought it was a phone number or something like that. 555. Like this is American Idol. We're not trying to get votes.
Yeah, I don't know, Rita. I don't know. That's very, very, very Illuminati-esque.
That was very Illuminati-esque.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's doing spells on us. Well, red jacket on. That's dangerous. You got a white woman in a red blazer.
This is a power color.
I was like, oh shit.
It's a power color.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I was like,
we know it's a power color.
Everybody run straight to church.
Oh, man.
I don't know why you're so mean to me. Red is a good color for me.
Yeah, Hillary tried that. It didn't work for her, but Hillary tried to do the red jacket thing a couple of times to give her some invigoration. But it's nothing more dangerous than a white woman in a red blazer.
With hot sauce in her bag like Hillary.
With a tan.
She'd have been grifted. If she was running for some shit, that would have been grifter hands down of the year.
Hands down.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
So just a little consensus before we close this.
Yeah.
Do the three of you guys think that I'm dangerous?
Yes.
A little bit.
Not you.
I'll play it around.
Ant's like, whatever.
Ant's like, yo, get me off this shit. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Let me just say this funny thing with Ant.
Is there a computer nearby? That will
my ADD for the past 45 minutes has just been.
Yeah, your face fell asleep. I saw
No, but this is the key to Ant. We'll do this group text of going, and all of a sudden Ant does this meme of, Everybody calm down.
Y'all chill.
Ant's our super chill guy. So anyway, thank you for this week. Thanks for everybody. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
See you next week, folks.
And also Ant does this like meme of